Pam Graham here with today's video of an overview of the Lake Asbury area. We're not going to be going into any neighborhoods, but I'm going to show you what it's like to be on the main roads, the construction that's going on. And let me tell you, there's a lot of construction going on. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. We're on Henley. We just went over the Black Creek, and now we're getting ready to go into the Lake Asbury area. To the left is Russell Road, also known as 209, and this is Henley. We're actually going to be going through some construction of the toll road, the First Coast Expressway, and there's actually going to be a ramp for the Lake Asbury residents to be able to get on and off. And here you can see the construction of that. It's actually a little farther along, and towards the end I'm going to show you what it currently looks like and what the completed project is going to be. So the neighborhood of Lake Asbury is to the right, and there's actually like 5 entrances to get in. To the left, we passed Village Park. We also passed a new neighborhood called Highland Trail. Asbury Plantation to the left, and I know we're going fast. I really wasn't driving this fast. So if you don't know anything about Lake Asbury, it's in the Green Cove Springs area. It's kind of next to Middleburg and Orange Park. Some people mistake it for Middleburg because it's right there, but it is actually Green Cove Springs. And I remember I had friends that lived out here, and when I would visit them, I'm like, oh my gosh, this seems like it's so far out. And that's what I heard from buyers, that it's so far out. And then I moved out here, and I'm like, yes, it is so far out, but you have so many places to go for shopping. Now, right now we're on 218. If you look to the left, well, you see trees, but that was Royal Point neighborhood. We're going to head to Shadow Lawn Elementary. That's one of the elementaries that services this area as the Clay County Public Schools. It is weird. You can't see the school from the road. Long driveway. Funny story. My kids, when we moved out here, I brought them out here, and they were like, Mom, this looks like a jail. And I laughed. I'm like, this isn't a jail, but I understand where they were coming from. All the schools in Clay County have their own police officers at every school. So see, right there's one of their cars. So all the schools have them, and there's limited access just to make you feel better. Now we're going to head back out to 218. We're going to go back to the Lake Asbury area because I have more to show you. I'm going to show you a couple more schools, a little bit of shopping. And speaking of shopping, while we're talking about it, there's 2 gas stations. There's a Winn-Dixie Subway. There's a coffee shop that's really cool that you can go in, read a book while you're in there. There's Dalton's. They offer a variety of like American fare food, like hamburgers, fries, things like that. There's a McDonald's going in. Can you believe it? I'm really shocked that there's a McDonald's going in. It's going to be weird. But hey, the kids will like it, I'm sure. Now we're coming back on Henley. You're going to see Royal Point on the right. They're still building. Then the neighborhood, Arava, that's the one I used to live in. Then there's going to be Asbury Downs, which is named for horses. I didn't realize that until a friend told me. There's Asbury Downs. Meadow Lake is going to be the next subdivision. No HOA, and the lots are a little bit bigger. We're passing, this is where the new Dollar General is going to be built. Yay! Here's one of the gas stations. Now we're going to turn on to 739, which is also known as Sandridge. Now we're coming up to Lake Asbury Elementary to your right. And then we're right next to Lake Asbury Junior High, also on your right. The high school is Clay High School, which is to the right. And that's not in the Lake Asbury area. That's right off of 16, close to the Clay County Fair, and not far from downtown Green Cove Springs. We have Russell Oaks to the right. Glen Haven is going to be to the left, and also on the left is Ronnie Van Zant Park, which has basketball, tennis courts, volleyball, playground, a newer playground. That's Silver Creek to the right, Highland Trail to the left. That's a new neighborhood that's going to have about 700 homes plus. Now you're going to see in the distance, we're going to go down a hill. Okay, see, we went down and up. To the right is Rolling Hills. This is the toll road also. There's not going to be a ramp for this one now. Now, we have more new construction to the right, Granary Park. And you're going to see there's other new neighborhoods coming up to the left. That's Cross Creek to the right. That's a newer neighborhood that's been built. It's still building. It's going to be building for a while. Left is Annabelle Island. That's a brand new neighborhood. It's going to be pretty big. It's going to have really nice amenities, pools, things like that too. Now we're back on to Russell Road. And I know we're going fast, but I don't want to bore you by going too slow. You see that it's a rural kind of feeling to it. And I have to say the locals have been upset because it's changed a little bit. And this is not the best video of the area showing it at its best. Once all these neighborhoods are built out more, and especially once the toll road is done, it's going to look a lot better. And I think it's going to be a nice community still. Now we're coming up to Bradley Creek on the left. That's a newer neighborhood as well. Homes are starting to come up there. We're still on Russell Road. We're going to go almost to Henley and turn around, and I'm going to give you a different view. And here is the different view. And there's Bradley Creek on the right. It's not a huge neighborhood, but it does look like it's going to be well built. We are passing River City Canine, where you can board your pups, and they also do grooming. And there is another boarding on Russell Road as well. So if you have animals and you need boarding services, there's two. That's pretty cool. You don't have to go very far. Now, you may remember me mentioning Annabelle Island neighborhood. That's on the right there. It is actually, you have entrance on Sandridge, and there looks to be an entrance that will be here on Russell Road as well. It's a big neighborhood. It's spread out once it's completed. Okay, we're back on Sandridge now. And as I mentioned, Annabelle Island is on your right. Not many homes built yet, just starting. Lots of new development going on. But you still have a little bit of that rural feel too. You just got to come check it out and drive it for yourself though. We're about to come up to the new development of Highland Trail. And that is so new. So it's going to be a while. They're putting in the drainage and roads and stuff. And speaking of roads, they're actually going to be building a road from Henley that's going to go to Russell Road that's going to go through Highland Trails. So that's kind of good. That'll give you another option to be able to get on the Russell Road from Henley and without going the normal route and help ease traffic a little bit. That's Glen Haven on the right. It's a big neighborhood with multiple entrances too. That one only had 2 builders in it. They're the same builders for Royal Point as well. Now we're getting ready, you can't tell, but we are passing the schools right now that are on the left, Lake Asbury Elementary, Lake Asbury Junior High, and we are going to be going through the plaza here shortly. We're about to pass the McDonald's that's being built, and there's going to be a Baptist primary. Now, these are to the right are different offices. There's a dentistry place. There's a daycare right there on the corner. And this is going to give you a view of what other offices are there. So that's kind of nice, having a dentist office real close. Some of these offices are just small little, not really selling things, just offices per se. This is Asbury Plantation, the only gated community in Lake Asbury. And now we're going to be seeing, well, that one is an empty field, and hopefully it'll stay that way. But Highland Trail that we talked about earlier is to the right, and this is where that road's going to go in. And the neighborhood right next to it is Village Park. Now we're coming up, this is actually more up to date for the toll road, the First Coast Express. I think now there's actually 2 overpasses now. This is going to have this diamond type scenario where it helps to have less lights, and you're about to see what it's going to look like when it's finished. That's the finished product, and I think it's going to confuse people, but I think they're going to like it. They have this in Yulee also, and on 16 by the same toll road, the First Coast Expressway, they're going to have this as well. They're a little bit farther along right there. Now, if you like the Lake Asbury area, I do make other videos, so check these out.